As I said earlier, my name is Dr. Peter Mbaye. I have a background on communication and also peace and conflict studies. That's where my PhD is on. I'm here today, first of all, to really appreciate this forum, the Inter-County Exchange Forum, on how to prevent and counter violent extremism. And thank you so much, Strong Cities Network at ISD. And thank you so much, Omondi. We have worked very closely. Allow me to call you Banadisi, because when I knew you, you are at the center of what the PV 0708, and I know you did a lot of work. So seeing you here in this engagement, I know it's not a long choice. This is what you have been doing all your years, and I can imagine you have everything at the grip of your hands. Thank you so much, and we appreciate the management of disaster, management of conflict. That's another thing altogether. I mean, it's something we don't do. So for me, the theme of this is very apt. It's about prevention. If we can spend all our energies in this world to prevent wars, to prevent conflicts in families, in relationships, in politics, and all that, we can go very far. And you mentioned something on Monday. Why here? Why is Nakuru? We have not had a case. Prevention. We have to lay the strategy so that it doesn't happen. I listened to the president speaking about how safe we are as a country. And last night I listened to the CS, Matiang'i. I could see the smile on his face. But as an expert on peace and conflict, I was asking myself, the moment you think you are cool, that is the moment you need to be more careful, because you don't know what these guys are planning. And so for me, I'm here to say two things. As a county assembly of Nakuru, we have worked very closely. I asked myself, Bwana DCC, what can I do in this term I'm MCA for Kabazi with my background to not only talk about peace, but to leave some legal framework that can carry on this county long after I'm MCA for Kabazi, which may be as soon as 2022. So we came up with two issues. On my workings with Omondi, we were able to push through Nakuru County Violence Prevention Policy through the County Assembly of Nakuru to give it the legal framework in 2019. It was not easy. I mean, people don't know what are these kind of things. I mean, what are you talking about prevention and why assembly? But we knew one thing. We cannot just talk about these things in the villages here, in the street places, taking lunch and tea. Can we have some legal framework? But we sat again and we asked ourselves, I told Omondi, no, I don't think we have done enough. Can we have a law on peace management and prevention in Nakuru as an example? Can we make it happen? I like what Patricia you have said. That is a gap we want to fill. When he said that we want to do a bill on peace, the first question is the clerk came, everybody came and said, no. Peace and issues are like a national government. There's nowhere in the law. We went to the constitution, we went to the first schedule. And I told them, it is silent. Nobody have said you cannot do this. It is policy and all that. So the issue of collaboration. And so as we speak today, I tell you, our good friends from across the counties, already we have the Nakuru County Peace Building and Conflict Management Bill 2020. It is at the publishing stage. When we resume in January, we want to move it with very much speed. We worked very closely with about 5 organizations dealing with peace in Nakuru, led by Omondi and his team, Catholic Peace and Justice Commission, and others. What we did is that we did adapt. It was not easy because everybody was thinking, how do county and national work together? Remember, peace is a national function, like 90%. But like Patricia said, peace happens on the ground. Peace actually happens in the counties, in the villages, in the wards, in the sub-counties. So how did we spent almost half a year trying to do, how do we put a bill that captures both the national and it's a county law? How did you do it? We were able to bring together the county commissioner and the governor, who are going to lead a team at the county level. The county, we are calling the Peace Council at the county level. They are going to be co-chairs. And then we are going to have people like women labs, PWDs, youth, and all that, and then CSOs, like 3 of them, to be part of that team at the county level, so that now they are going to balance everything else there. Now, what is important, below it, you are going to have a secretariat. Again, we want to ensure, to answer your question, this is, how do we proceed from here? We are putting in the CSOs so that they can be there, like running the whole thing. Because a county commissioner will come and go, the governor will come and go. We need a team there that will usher in every other team that comes, and it's acting in law. And of course, after that, without going to the details, you have the sub-county at the sub-county level, to the villages, where we are going to have peace scouts. People are going to be trained at the village levels, and a code will be given, which is toll free. That anything you see anything like that looks like, kindly report. That's where the training is going to be done at the grassroots. And once you do, but this is I can see all of us come from government. You sort all issues of disasters or fire, because I mean fire is a conflict. In disasters, fire, Sorai dams and other dams breaking, because somebody must have known the dam would break. Even if it's just a herdsman, somebody must have known there's conflict going to come here when this dam is going to break. Now that is a training we need at the grassroots. But to do this, you mentioned about sustainability. So we thought, how do we drive this? We have money. Nakuru County is receiving 11 billion every year. If the proposal comes through, that 5% is going to be 18 billion, surely. But they cannot do anything without a law. You cannot draw money from the county government without a law. And that's why in our law, we are proposing funding. One is going to be both national and county governments through the assembly. A vote will come there, and you are going to appropriate. We work closely with our chief officer on public service. He's part of governance. There's a committee there. We are going to allocate money. And number two, of course, now the usual funding. What you do, we do it together, so that we don't leave the whole burden of funding to outside people who have been helping us. We also come and say, come on, we have 50%. Can you give us 50%? That's a workable thing. Also shows DCC that we are a responsible nation. I mean, and also the counties can come and support the government. So our proposal is, we want to do an ideal bill. Omondi, I don't know whether there's any other county that has even attempted. Is there? None. Nakuru is going to be the first. Why Nakuru? Because we understand the uniqueness of Nakuru. This is where everybody passes per day. I mean, people are coming from Western, going this way, they're coming this way. So here, we need to make sure that it's protected. And then after that bill is done, of course, you're going to share, because you're going to, through our national government coordinators, we are going to have it done. So that is our law as a county assembly of Nakuru. That's what we are doing. We are working very closely with our teams and the speaker and the clerk to make sure that we do it very well. We may not, Bwana DCC, get into committees together with the executive. It's against the law. Our work is opposite. Nowhere in that bill you will see an MCA anywhere sitting in any committee. No. Our work is to do the law and then oversight. Give them money so that we can ask them questions. We don't want to encourage teams where MCAs and in a team with the county secretary doing what? It is us. We give you the law and give you the money, execute, then we come and see what you are doing. Thank you so much, and God bless you, and welcome again to Nakuru. And please, after this thing, move free. I'm a member of the trade committee. Move around, go to Elementaita, go to Naivasha, stay a bit while keeping distance. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Mbaye. I think this is very good. And this is the kind of learning that we are talking about, isn't it? Let's see how Nakuru is doing it. Let's see how Nyeri is doing it. In fact, I wish I had thought about Nyeri. They should have been here. Then you have a conversation. Is there something they are doing wrong which you can help them to improve? What becomes easy for you to replicate? I really love this. As he has said, you can see 11 billion moving, if something happens, which I don't know what it is, to 18 billion. Then we are here stretching our hands. Serikali saidia maskini with some very little money. Can you see what I'm talking about? This is what we are saying. Our partners are helping us to open our eyes. Then when they are open, we should be able now to move. They don't hold our hands forever. We don't remain blind forever, isn't it? This is what we are. So thank you very much, Daktari. In fact, I think we should consider having Daktari in some of even other national level engagements, because those ideas are very brilliant, because they really come from the practice on the ground. So thank you very much. So I think we jump for some tea, isn't it? We'll miss Daktari, you are going immediately after this. I wish you could be here longer so that you can also shred some of the things that we have. It's good to shred and then we restitch. Can we jump 40 outside here? How many minutes? I know some people here are older than others. We go by the pace of the oldest. Who is the oldest so that we'll all be watching? Who looks the oldest? I'm the oldest. You are the oldest. By the way, Daktari, I moved from DC. It was not even DCC then. That was DC. Ile ya zamani ile ilikuwa na nguvu. Kidogo wanyonyi kidogo iko tabu kidogo. Ameharibu. And I went and became a county commissioner and moved on. So nilitoka huko, usinichomee picha. So thank you. Let's have